Hello Capricorn, welcome to your soul mission reading for mid-June to mid-July 2025. It is going to be general, so please take what resonates and let the rest go. Now I have actually just shuffled some Keepers of the Light Oracle cards, and we've got 3 here for you. So yeah, also just want to say, take what resonates and let the rest go. Okay. Here we have the Lady Venus. So, yeah, she's saying here, downloads and understanding, truth is being revealed, deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. So I feel like for you, Capricorn, there's this reading coming, a theme coming through here about you, I guess, trusting your higher self, moving into a deeper connection with that. Downloads and insights can come from astral, from high frequency beings, from your higher self. Okay, we also have here Master Kuthumi, who's also mentioning a very similar thing here. He's saying cloak of wisdom, and you already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Okay, so I feel like, Capricorn, that you spent a lot of time, and many of us have, we spent throughout our lives gathering insights and wisdom from outside of us, from other people, from other ideas. And Master Kuthumi is, I was just reading in the book here as well, he's here to actually help us to connect directly to source, to God, goddess, whatever energy you call that, but also to your higher self. Okay, so that's very similar to what Lady Venus is talking about there. Kuthumi, is an ascended master as well. Lady Venus comes from, resides as a high frequency energy in the astral realm of Venus, okay, planet Venus. Last but not least, we have the very powerful Lady Isis. So this is awesome for you, Capricorn, because she is really powerful. Let's just read this first. Magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality, and stay focused. So she is a great healer, a transformer, okay, and working with the depths. So it's sort of in the book here saying that she, works with subconscious, with the lower realms, the higher realms, and sort of really moving between dimensional frequencies. So if you feel like you have some energies that you need to shift, Capricorn, if you feel like you have some, major challenges in life, and I found personally that the Egyptian spirit guides are freaking awesome at that. I went through some pretty serious grief like some years back, and some of the Egyptian goddess deities were really helpful. So if you feel that you are working through some hard yakka, spiritually, emotionally, mentally speaking, then these guides could be really of assistance. And the other thing too is that we have magic within us. Okay, so once we expand our consciousness and we're moving into those energies of trusting our own intuition, our own spirituality, our own soul, all of our wisdoms from past lives, earthly and galactic, it's literally magical. We are magical beings, okay? So what you're going through, Capricorn, is this process of manifesting your personal magic, like what it is that you are bringing to the world. And since we are talking about, soul mission, that's perhaps is going to take its form through maybe a career, job, side hustle, or business that you're looking to move into if you haven't already. So with these mission readings, I'm looking to just really give you some more ideas that you can sort of add to your own cooking pot of possibilities with regard to what you can move into, okay? And of course, other meanings may come up for you when you see the images on these cards. And if I haven't said it already, our mission can change over our lifetime. It might be something simple. It could be multifaceted as well, okay? Let's just see here, Capricorn, what's going to come out for the center. But, you know, you could be looking at, wow, I was going to say integrating higher self and, you know, your ego and higher self kind of coming into working together rather than, you know, at odds. But here we are. This is it. Freedom and responsibility coming together for you, Capricorn. Okay. Awesome. Let's just grab another one. Oh, very eager to come out that card was. Let's see what it was. Oh, okay. 5 of Wands. It's a challenging energy, but it's in a good way, I feel. Okay, maybe there's something that's challenging your state of balance, your, you know, your ability to bring your higher self and your ego into balance here. You have another 5, so 5 of Pentacles underneath here. Emperor. Okay, nice. That's a very fire energy from the past here. We have the 2 of Pentacles. I'll just flash these up briefly and then we'll look at them in more detail in a moment. Queen of Pentacles. You also have the Page of Swords. The 8 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. And King of Cups. A nice energy there. And on the bottom of the deck you have the Knight of Cups. So, right. I'm just going to have a look at these energies and get back to you in a moment. Okay, Capricorn. Interesting at the centre. I feel that maybe you have reached a fairly comfortable situation in life. Okay. But this talks about a completion, but always with completions there are beginnings as well. Okay. So I think there's something here. This is almost like some energy that's come in that's sort of not niggling you, but it's kind of like there's something else that you're kind of wanting to do, something in what you feel that you need to learn. There's some fine-tuning that I think you're feeling that you might need to be engaged with for yourself, whether that's, you know, socially, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually. So there's something here that's, if I can say, there's a little something here that is kind of maybe missing, or maybe you feel that you want to fix, tune, engage with. The interesting thing is here, Capricorn, that I feel that maybe you don't feel that you're up for it, or maybe you don't feel that you are able to do this, or maybe you're feeling that you don't need to at times, or should you. There's doubt, I think, here, and you know, yeah, and money could also be a concern for you. Okay. But I get this feeling that you're coming from a really strong position. I have a feeling that maybe your money worries are, or concerns are not as bad as you think, or something like that. Or how can I put that? That maybe your perception of lack of finances, you're comparing it to something else. Maybe you're comparing it to the Emperor here, when in actual fact, you know, maybe the 5 of Pentacles is okay in terms of finances. Okay. There's a few things that you're fine-tuning here, but this could be, you know, that you're not perceiving, maybe you're just undervaluing yourself a little bit. Okay, you're undervaluing your skills. The interesting thing is that you've come from a really strong position. Okay, so in terms of being able to master, delegate, time manage, all the rest of it, you know, you're the bomb here. Like, you've got a lot of skills and abilities here. There's also a very masculine energy, and across the board, we also have this feminine energy opposite. Actually, they're looking like this. Yeah, the Queen is looking at the Emperor, right? So it's almost like, I think what you could be doing, Capricorn, here is coming into a balance with your masculine and feminine energies. And I feel like maybe in the past, with regard to work roles, you've relied on the masculine. So you've been logical, thought-based, organised. But I feel that, and the reason I'm saying feminine is because we have some cup energy coming in here. Okay, and I feel that your emotional aspect is wanting to perhaps you know, come forward, because this, I mean, these two together could be, you know, success, worldly success, okay? But in terms of, because our consciousness is expanding, generally speaking, okay, this is also, it's a less emotional card. I'm not saying you're not emotional, but in terms of your, I guess, sense of yourself and how you operate in the world, okay? Maybe when you're with others, you have had to be, you know, organised, logical. But I have a feeling that, of course, you actually have this aspect. This is also a part of you, these energies. And this is the feminine, really earthy, earth connected. And I feel the interesting thing is that between these, we have this. We have the little old, you know, we have the juggler here in between them. And it's sort of like, you know, this coming into balance of masculine and feminine energies, okay? Interesting thing is with the spirit guides here, we have the masculine in the center and there's two feminine energies supporting that. So maybe it's sort of changing that view here for you, Capricorn. If you've thought that, you know, the masculine energy is supporting, maybe it's a different way to look at it is that the feminine energy can be supporting, okay, as well, or holding, right? So, yeah, and this is your adaptability. I think you are wanting to be more flexible in your approach in how you're working, and this is perhaps going to filter through into, you know, job, career, side hustle, okay, business. I think this work role could have been something in the past, but I think if you're doing something, you're going to move into something else. I think you are going to be looking at, this is also talking about meditation. And this, you also have the Page of Swords here, which is sort of about maybe you're going to be learning something else, learning some new things. And, yeah, sort of truth, communication, insight, looking at consciousness as well. You have energy, you have sort of external energies around you that are, this can talk about grounding or building spiritually, but it could be that, you know, maybe there are forces around you that are encouraging you to be practical and grounded and work whole-souled at something. So maybe if this is, you know, we have the energy of the fire, the blue is the water here. So we have water and fire, okay? Which is talking about the cups. So maybe there's support around you for you to activate this emotional side of you. I'm not saying you're not emotional. I'm just saying with regard to how you deliver what you're doing with others. You know, this is the Knight of Cups becoming the King of Cups. So these energies are already within you, Capricorn, but I feel like maybe you're going to be activating them and expressing them out more. That's what this reading is kind of saying. And if that resonates. So, you know, this is about bringing love, okay? And it could be like romantic love as well. But it could even just be, you know, bringing some emotional creativity, sort of support to others or to yourself. Maybe you're giving yourself permission to be creative, emotional, and intuitive here. And I really like this for you, Capricorn, because I feel that from the Emperor here, this is definitely a softening, but there's no less wisdom and ability to hold space and to act with logical reasoning here. Okay, this is still logical reasoning, but it also has compassion and, you know, being able to be, I guess, like solid, or being that backbone or that supporter for others. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, this is sort of like counselling or healing type of energy. If that's something you're looking to move into, Capricorn, this could be sort of confirmation for that. This is also very meditative and supportive and nurturing, okay? And you have both of these really nurturing energies that it's sort of moving into. So that could be something that you're looking at. You also have the Six of Pentacles here, which is about, you know, getting a nice exchange of energy here. And, you know, once again, balance, scales of balance. So maybe you're looking to, I guess, balance either your feminine and masculine aspects in what you do, but also your higher self and your ego balancing in whatever it is that you're going to be doing here. And also about, you know, being able to give and receive, okay, to others and from others. I'm just going to, let's just clarify, let's clarify the, let's clarify the page. Actually, we're going to clarify the 8 of Pentacles, okay. 9 of Cups. So unfounded fear says, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. I mean, that could be what this is here. I did look at this card as I was shuffling. I was like, maybe we're going to be clarifying this one. But, you know, this is, you know, kind of, yeah, this unfounded fear is like, I think, Capricorn, that you maybe, if you are underestimating your ability, you're having serious doubts about something when really you've already proven yourself here. Okay, that you have what it takes, and you're sitting in this success position. So it's almost like, you know, you can't lose at this point. Whatever you want to try, and whatever you want to, you know, skills you want to learn or hone, it's like, you know, it can only get better from here. Okay, so kind of thing. Let's just also, did want to clarify that Page of Swords. So it was about you getting curious. Okay, well, that was, okay, High Priestess. Interesting. It says, trusting your intuition, careful reflection before taking action, insights that come through meditation. Well, this is interesting because this person is stationary. Okay, they're poised at this point. This is sort of looking like consciousness here, the sword of, you know, truth, communication, insight. Okay, and they're poised before taking action. So maybe he's about to take a step. So this is sort of talking for you, Capricorn, about finding that space in between this point of balance here, and maybe even like stillness, and just coming into that, and yeah, just I guess, yeah, doing some careful reflection, maybe doing some journaling as well, and insights, being open to the insights that come through when you meditate, when you are still. And I mean, this could be a cup of, you know, that you are offering yourself here. I just thought this, you know, for a second there, that this Knight is bringing in, you know, this could be your higher self bringing this cup of spirituality, intuition, creativity, because the cups can represent all of those things, and offering it to your ego. Your higher self is saying, look, ego, take a look at this. So in your meditation, you know, it might be like considering this idea that, yes, you do have an intuition, because at the moment, Capricorn, maybe you feel that maybe you are not intuitive or creative or spiritual. That, you know, just entertaining that idea if you haven't already, okay? But you probably do feel you're spiritual if you're watching this reading. But yeah, maybe it's even with more intensity, more focus, and more intent to perhaps work out or identify ways in which you are going to be activating that. Okay, what is it that you're going to be working on? How are you going to be manifesting your magic via this intuition, your inner wisdom that's going to come forward? Because you know, this is about getting curious. You know, first point of call, get curious about that. And yeah, because I feel that, you know, this King of Cups is intuitive as well. Compassionate, understanding, also intuitive. Okay, able to hold space, also logical and reasoning, and able to, you know, remain calm in the face of you know, adversity and confusion and anxiety that may be coming from others. Okay, so you may well be, this could be a quality that you possess, Capricorn, that you're going to be activating in a future role or a side hustle or a business. Okay, you may already have been mostly developing those skills, and maybe you're going to be doing something different with them. Is of course another possibility. Just guided to look at the bottom of the deck here, and we have awakening. Boom. Yeah, I think you're awakening into your own wisdom here, Capricorn. That you do have the wisdom. Okay, that you do have a spiritual self, and that a lot of truths about yourself are being revealed to you. But you're also connecting to spirit here. Okay, yeah, deep insights, you know, deep insights, and wearing your own cloak of wisdom and trusting what you know. The answers, you already know the answers you seek. Okay, let's read this. Change the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness. A temporary pause in the action. Yeah, that's sort of what High Priestess is talking about as well. Careful reflection or pause before, you know. And like the Knight of Swords here, he's just paused before going, okay, I'm going to make a decision to look into that, okay, or I'm going to take action, or whatever it is. But yeah, Hangman is very spiritual energy too, mind, body, spirit. And I really like how we have, this is echoed in your Eight of Pentacles here. See the clothing, blue and red, blue and red. So it's almost these two alchemizing these elements of fire and water. So this came up for another reading just recently. Today, sorry, I can't remember whose it was, but fire and water. So if we heat or apply fire to the water, we're going to create steam, and the steam spreads. So it's about what is it that you are creating, alchemizing here, Capricorn, that is going to sort of expand and spread out, okay? Because, you know, it could be anything, okay? So I'm going to leave that up to your discretion to work out what that is, because it's going to be different for everyone. So yeah, awakening. I really love how this actually has wings. So that's something else too, is to remember that, you know, we're all getting our wings of freedom, okay? So yeah, I hope that's been helpful, Capricorn. I think we might wrap it up there, and look forward to our next reading. In the meantime, have a great day and a great week, and I'll see you again soon.